These satellites, some of them, they also take pictures of the Earth and the sea. Yeah? And the satellites now, they see things, structures built under the ocean. And these structures are not natural. And they're not supposed to be under the ocean. Why? Because archaeology and history tells us that humans appeared as civilized, as if we are civilized. And we are not really civilized, but let's say humans appeared as modern humans about 30,000 years ago, 40,000 years ago only. And they're still in caves, cave people. Now, to build a structure under the ocean, it means that the structure was built when there was no ocean in that place. And that only happened before 30,000 years. After 10,000 BC, there was a cataclysm called the Younger Dryas. It's like a lot of ice melted and the ocean levels went up and covered many lands. The structures are covered by water. But if they say that we were in caves and that we were troglodyte people in caves, how could we build pyramids and other structures that are now under the sea, which means they're very, very, very ancient, when they tell us we are in caves? I'm an archaeologist and I'm telling you these things because they appear all the time, and when they appear, they are suppressed. They don't want us to know, so they don't talk about it. In 2001, a boat traveling in Cuba, near Cuba, and this boat was a professional oceanography boat. These people were scientists, eh? They were scanning the bottom of the sea. They were scanning the bottom of the sea, and by chance they found structures that looked like a city. And they took pictures of the scanner. You see like square, like pyramid bases, yeah? And 3 dimensions, like small pyramids and streets. They wrote about it in the newspapers, and something like 1 or 2 weeks after, information was suppressed and taken away by United States government and Cuba. They never talked about it again. So why am I asking you these questions? Because I think it's interesting that we know that maybe what we learn in storybooks is not exactly what it is, yeah? And maybe Plato or Platon, he was a philosopher from Greece, mathematician, and he wrote the story of Atlantis. It's like a kingdom that existed before, that was very technologically advanced, and then it was destroyed and the sea swallowed it. And now many are asking questions, was this true? And coming back to the 12 tribes and the 12 apostles of Jesus, I believe there were many more tribes and many more apostles of Jesus. But they wrote only 12. Okay? Because it was like a tradition to keep the number 12. What you see down here is the only hotels, resorts of the Dead Sea. Because the desert around the Dead Sea is a nature reserve. So it is forbidden to build cities here. Nobody builds here. The only thing you have is this hotels area. These are all spas. They have hot water, natural hot springs coming from the Dead Sea, and they use the Dead Sea water to heal. It heals many diseases, burns, muscles, skin diseases. psoriasis, eczema, all this. Okay? The only thing that you find around the Dead Sea is this resort of hotels and 2 kibbutz that are here for many, many, many years before even the State of Israel was established in 1948. Alright? So a nature reserve. And some archaeological sites as well. So I put the hotels also in this area because the southern part of the Dead Sea, the water is shallow and is more protected from wind because they made all these channels. You will see later on when we continue on to Jerusalem that the northern side of the Dead Sea is all open and wild. So they put the hotels here. I really wished. Only if everybody votes. If everybody votes for swimming in the Dead Sea, but then we don't have time for Jerusalem. On the way back, really? You stay in the Dead Sea, your boat will go away. Huh? The Dead Sea has 500 meters, but only in the northern side. Here it's like 50 meters, shallow. Yes, it rains. It's the climate of Israel in general is that from Jerusalem to the north, we call it Mediterranean climate. 4 seasons. So you have a winter which is cold with rains and sometimes even snow. And then you have spring with very, very little rain. Summer very dry and fall very dry, and then the rain starts again. But in the desert, this is the 4 seasons of the northern part of Israel. Jerusalem is like the gate, the portal between the northern Mediterranean weather and the desert weather. Here is south of Jerusalem. Until Eilat is desert. In the desert we have 3 seasons, completely dry, summer, dry and hot, spring, warm and dry, fall, completely dry, winter, very cold and dry, but we have storms. It's not like regular rain. We have a storm that comes, you know, big storm. Like we have 2 or 3 of these in the winter, and some are so strong that they even tell us on the radio, everywhere, on the internet, not to walk in the valleys. Because when these winter storms come, these valleys become rivers. Big river. It's like flash flood. And if you're walking, you die. If you're hiking this day, you die. Okay? So this is the south weather, yeah? In the summer, it can go up to 45 degrees in the day. And in the night of the summer, it can drop to 28. It's still warm, but big difference, yeah? In the winter, we have wonderful weather. We have like 24 degrees daytime, but it can go down to 0 in the night. Desert winter is very, very cold. The desert is extreme. It's extremely hot in the summer, extremely cold in the winter. Okay? You know why? Because no clouds. The clouds keep the warmth in the night, yeah? If it's cloudy. But if the sky is open, all the warmth escapes to the atmosphere and it becomes very, very cold in the winter. Now looking to the right, it looks like the sea is dry. It is dry, but far away you see there is a channel connecting the two basins, the south basin with the north basin. Yeah? You can only see it from high, but it continues on. It is true that the Dead Sea is drying up because of climate change and because the Jordan River that used to feed it is much drier. A lot of the water is being used, and we don't have enough rivers here to feed the sea because of the desert. As I said, like we have these flash floods twice, 3 times during the winter only. And climate change, it's raining less.